to address the common nutrition health challenges that we are having. We have to be called sucrose or dextrose. Next one, choose foods and drink with low or no sugar. Use a little or no sugar when you cook. I want to show us the image of common Nigerian drinks that are very high in sugar. These are Nigerian drinks that we have. Some, they will write it there, low sugar. But if you analyze and find the percentage of it, the Amstel, they call it low sugar, but it's having about 13 cubes of sugar. Other drinks have 13.5 cubes. Amstel have 13 cubes. So see the difference of low sugar, half cubes. What can we drink? I'm showing another image. Common drinks and the percentage of their sugar. The one that is very safe to drink is water. The next one is use salt and food that are high in salt sparingly, which means very little at a time. Most people like the taste of salt. As a result, we consume too much salt. Consuming too much salt and salty food increase the risk of both coronary heart diseases and stroke. Research studies have shown that reducing salt intake as well as increasing fruit and vegetable can lower blood pressure. Hint on how to reduce sugar intake. Do not put salt on the table. Use very little salt when cooking. Remove salt from recipe whenever it is possible. Eat fast food or take away food less frequently. Try to eat only small amount of processed or canned food because they usually contain a lot of salt. Those processed food, they use salt as a preservative, but too much salt is not good for our health. Instead of salt, we should use spices that doesn't contain salt, like curry, herbs, and thyme. Starchy foods such as rice, pasta can be cooked with little or no salt. Then we talk about use fat sparingly. They said we should choose vegetable fat, vegetable oil rather than hard fat. High intake of fat was associated with overweight, high cholesterol, and cardiovascular disease, and certain cancer referred to as coronary diseases of lifestyle. Fat from animal, excluding the fat from in fish, contain high percentage of saturated fat. Saturated fat increase low density lipoprotein cholesterol, a strong risk factor for cardiovascular diseases. However, oil from plants, except the one from coconut and palm kernel oil, are high in monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fatty acid, which reduces cholesterol level in our blood. The next slide, the next point, drink a lot of clean, safe water. Functions of water in the body. Water constitutes the core portion of the human body, 50 to 70%. Water regulates the body temperature. Many nutrients, such as minerals and vitamins in the body, are dissolved in water. Waste products were removed in the body when we urinate. What does lot means? Every person should drink 6 to 8 glasses of clean, safe water every day. There's another image telling us the percentage of water in our system. We are talking, our brain is 75% of water. Then it helps us in production of oxygen, helps to transform nutrients into energy. We have a lot of benefits of consuming water. Enjoy variety of food. Different food are made of different nutrients, such as protein, carbohydrate, fat, minerals, water, and dietary fiber that help the body to function appropriately. Our body needs varieties of different fruits, and there's no single food or meal that provides the body with all nutrients needed. Eating a variety of food can also reduce the risk of getting conditions including heart diseases, stroke, some cancer, diabetes, and osteoporosis. What is a variety of food? Varieties of food means consuming different type of food at each meal time, consuming different food on different days, and using different earthly methods of preparation. We can select different method of cooking. We can boil, we can steam, we can roast, we can grill, we can oven dry it instead of frying. The next slide, I want to show us another image. The image is telling us how we can heat our food with different, we can eat our meal with different type of food. Even our common fruits, the cup there composed of different fruit that is going to provide our body with different nutrients. Then the next one is being active. The regular physical activities may have many benefits. Cardiovascular diseases, high blood pressure, diabetes will be reduced. The risk of it will be reduced. The body supply the heart and other muscles. When we are very active, the blood will be supplied to other bodies, to our heart and the muscles of the body. Weight will be controlled, help us to relax and sleep better and relieve anxiety. It makes us to be more flexible, stronger, and reduce back pain. I want to show the image of being active. These are the type of images that, there's another one again. The next slide, please. These are type of activities that we can be involved. Our aim is to do at least 30 to 45 minutes physical activities each section every day, or 3 short 10-minute section over the course of day. We should remember that when we are doing this, we should drink more of water, especially on hot weather. The next one is make starchy food part of most meals. I will go through the importance of starchy food. Starchy food are rich as source of carbohydrate. Unrefined starchy food contain vitamins and minerals that will be of help to our health. Those minerals, they are very high in antioxidants that can prevent development of diseases. They are very high in fiber that will help our bowel to function properly. And it will make us to free food than consuming refined grain. It reduces a lot of cardiovascular diseases and being overweight. Sweet potato provide vitamin C and E. We have a lot of benefits. Then that is how we can make starchy food as part of most meal. The image, please. This part of our meal, this starchy food, and we have a lot, is garnished with varieties of things that we can eat with it. Then the next one is eat plenty of vegetables and fruits every day. The benefit of it is that it assists and strengthens the immune system and resists illness such as infection that can develop in our system. It helps us to have maintain our body tissue to be strong. Then we have vitamin E. They are very rich in vitamin A. As is highlighted on the booklet, all the benefits of fruit and vegetables. All vegetables and fruit are very high in water, which is very good for our body. The image I'm showing here is varieties of fruits. And the next image showing us a family whereby they are making fruit to be their diet. We can do that once in a while. Then we can eat dry beans, split beans, and lentils regularly. They are more economical. That's the benefit. They have soluble legumes that keep blood cholesterol low, thereby helping to prevent cardiovascular diseases and other diseases. Very little in fat, proteins such as they help they prevent constipation. Then we talk about chicken, fish, lean meat, and milk. It is written on we can check it on our booklet. But I want to show us something here on the image of the type of meat we should consume. Please go to the image. The image, I'm showing an image here. There's an image of a chicken that is fat-free, the one that is embedded with fat. Because fat usually hides under the skin of the chicken. This is another image of that's beef. We should make sure that we remove all visible fat before we cook. I want to also talk about reusing of oil. we should not try to reuse our oil, because reusing it can lead to diseases in our system. The moment we are reusing the oil, it becomes thicker. There's a lot of chemical process going through, and when the color is changing, it can lead to cancer in the body. Please, let's be watchful of whatever we are putting inside our mouth. And another thing is that we should be careful of how we buy food around. Those people that are selling food, they are doing business. They are after their gain, not after their health. My conclusion, please check the food label to know the food composition, and make sure you receive nutrition advice from a nutritionist, a dietetics, or a medical doctor. Please believe the research article on nutrition only, because there are a lot of propaganda on the internet. How do we identify research article? It must have a research title or a topic. It must have an author. It must be published in a journal, and it must have a literature review. Thank you, and God bless you.
I would like us to celebrate our speakers. They have really done well. Thank you very much for leading us through the family health talk. I don't know what we are going to do. We should not reuse oil. Maybe I'm guilty of that, I don't know. Or maybe we are guilty of that. If you are guilty of that, let me see your hands up. I'm not the only one. No. Anyway, we thank God. We are learning every day. We have enough questions here, and I will be inviting our speakers one after the other to address questions that we have here. And I also want to inform us that we will not take more. We have enough here already. So, permit me to invite our doctor. To come and address few questions that we have for him. And after him, others will also come.
Thank you. I have some questions here, and I will be quick with them. The first question is, are there differences between or among worry, anxiety, stress, and burnout? Worry and anxiety, they are almost synonymous. It means there's something that concerns us and which we need time, or we need our attention to resolve. If it now affects us in a way that we are now having psychological or biological response, then we call it a stress. And the issue is, we are given a report that a member of the church is not feeling fine. If immediately we develop a headache, or our heart is beating, or we lose appetite, then that one is a stress. It's no more an anxiety or a worry. Then what is burnout? Most people get burnout when all their psychological strength have been exhausted on an issue. I will give an example. We can imagine if, as a doctor, I am a doctor. If I've been working from morning till night, and we do occasionally do that, and then maybe the third day of no sleep, they bring a very difficult case. And I just within me could not find the energy, the psychological energy to address the situation. that one is what we call a burnout. Many ministers of God are burnout. They wake up in the morning, going to work is a stress. They will dread the day at work. Such people need some time of retreat and what? Relaxation. So the next question addressed it. He said, what can we do if we have someone that is accepting 3 to 5 invitations in a day? Pure and simple, the person will die young. Jesus said, let us go aside. For what? For rest. So if our Lord and Savior is taking time out for retreat, and he knew souls are perishing, I think we should follow the Master. I think that should be the instruction in that one. We should do what? Follow the Master. Someone has a question here that is being placed on medication for high blood pressure. It's meant to be taken in the morning, but the person loves to fast. Can I take those drugs while fasting? It's a difficult question for me to answer because I do not know the exact type of drugs. Some drugs are meant not to be taken on an empty stomach. Some are meant to be taken with food. Some could be taken any part of the day, but you need to be consistent with it. If it is once a day, and you know you fast a lot, at least you break. If they are not diuretics are one of the drugs that make people pass a lot of urine. But it is once a day, you could also be taken at night. So if you know that you fast a lot, you can take it at night. But better still, I would advise you to discuss wholeheartedly with the person that prescribed the drug. And that's where the discussion should start from. Okay? Now, somebody said he wants to know what is wrong with him or her, because if the person drinks water, within 30 minutes, the person will begin to urinate, and about 6 hours, he will urinate again. I want to let you know this. Passing urine is a blessing. Until the day you cannot do it, you know it's a blessing. Is a blessing. Passing urine freely. Anytime we do it, we should say, glory be to God. If we drink water well, actually we are supposed to pass urine frequently. But as we get older, there may be other health challenges that may make us pass more frequently than normal, especially in men. Okay? And I think if you have such challenges, a good health check could be done. And there's a simple test we do for men. We ask them to drink. When they are feeling pressed, we will do a scan for them to check the water volume in their bladder. Then we ask them to go and pee and come back immediately. If the residual volume is more than a certain volume, then we will know that there is a problem at hand. But also, passing too much of urine could be from other conditions like diabetes. The person may need to have an health check. But I can tell you, if you drink 7 to 10 cups of water, each one 150 mils, which is 300 mils, which is about 3 liters in a day, which is what you need, you are supposed to make up to about 1.2 to 1.5 liters of urine in a day. So, passing urine twice in 6 hours, I don't